What if I told you you could work with animals every single day, but the salary could range from barely making money to earning more than most doctors? Yeah, most people have no idea how big the gap is. In this video, we're ranking 10 animal-related jobs, from the lowest paying all the way to the absolute highest. And trust me, number 1 is not what you expect. Some of these jobs sound like a dream, but come with a hidden reality no one talks about. And others, almost nobody knows about them, but they can make you serious money. So if you love animals and you're thinking about turning that into a career, you need to see this. Let's start from the bottom and work our way up. Imagine getting paid to hang out with puppies, cuddle cats, and play with pets all day. Sounds like the easiest job in the world, right? Well, not so fast. Being a pet sitter is actually a lot more responsibility than most people think. You're not just playing with animals. You're in charge of someone's beloved family member. That means feeding schedules, medication, walks in all weather, and sometimes dealing with anxious or difficult pets. And here's the catch. While it's one of the easiest animal jobs to start, it's also one of the lowest paying. Most pet sitters earn per visit or per day. So unless you build a full business with multiple clients, your income can be pretty limited. But here's where it gets interesting. Top pet sitters who treat this like a business, offering premium services, overnight stays, or even pet boarding, can actually scale this into something much bigger. So if you love animals and want a flexible, low-barrier entry into the industry, this is the perfect starting point. Just don't expect to get rich overnight. Working with lions, feeding giraffes, standing just meters away from animals most people only see on TV. Sounds like a dream job, right? That's the life of a zookeeper. But here's what most people don't realize. Behind the scenes, this job is tough. Really tough. Zookeepers clean enclosures, prepare specialized diets, monitor animal health, and sometimes deal with dangerous situations. It's physical, demanding, and requires serious dedication. And despite all that, the pay is surprisingly low. Why? Because thousands of people dream of doing this job. That passion creates competition, and that keeps salaries down. But here's the trade-off. You get something most jobs can't offer: daily up-close interaction with some of the most incredible animals on Earth. For many zookeepers, that experience alone makes it worth it. An injured eagle, a baby fox abandoned in the wild, a turtle hit by a car. Now imagine being the person who saves them. That's what wildlife rehabilitators do. They take an injured, sick, or orphaned animals and help them recover with one ultimate goal: releasing them back into the wild. It's one of the most meaningful animal jobs out there. But here's the reality most people don't talk about. This job often doesn't pay much at all. Many wildlife rehabilitators work for nonprofits or even volunteer their time. The work is emotional. Sometimes animals don't survive. Sometimes you have to make difficult decisions. So why do people do it? Because for those who truly love wildlife, saving even one life makes everything worth it. This isn't a job for money. It's a job for purpose. Now, this one might surprise you. Animal massage therapist. Yes, it's real. And yes, people pay good money for it. These professionals help animals recover from injuries, reduce pain, and even improve performance, especially in dogs and horses. Think of it like physiotherapy, but for animals. And here's where it gets interesting. This field is growing fast. More pet owners are treating their animals like family, and they're willing to invest in their health and comfort. You don't need to become a full veterinarian, but you do need proper training and certification. And if you build a strong client base, you can turn this into a solid, flexible income. It's hands-on, rewarding, and still relatively unknown, which means opportunity. Breeding animals might sound simple, but doing it right is anything but. Professional animal breeders are experts in genetics, health, and animal care. They carefully select breeding pairs to ensure strong, healthy offspring. And depending on what you breed, this can become very profitable. High-quality dog, horses, or specialty animals can sell for thousands, even tens of thousands. But here's the catch. This industry comes with serious responsibility. Poor breeding practices can harm animals and lead to ethical issues. That's why the best breeders invest heavily in care, knowledge, and proper conditions. So, while the income potential is higher than many animal jobs, Success depends on reputation, ethics, and expertise. Done right, it's both a business and a long-term commitment. Why does your dog bark nonstop when you leave? Why does your cat suddenly become aggressive? This is where pet psychologists come in. They specialize in animal behavior, understanding how pets think, feel, and react. And in today's world, this skill is in high demand. As more people treat pets like family, behavioral problems become a big concern, and owners are willing to pay for solutions. Pet psychologists work with anxiety, aggression, trauma, and training issues. And if you build a strong reputation, you can charge premium rates. This career combines science, psychology, and real-world problem solving. It's not just about animals. It's about understanding the mind behind the behavior. Ever wonder who studies animals in the wild and uncovers how ecosystems really work? That's a zoologist. These scientists research animal behavior, habitats, evolution, and conservation. They might track wolves, study marine life, or analyze environmental changes. But this career isn't easy to get into. It requires years of education, often a degree, and sometimes even a PhD. The payoff? A solid, stable income and the chance to contribute to real scientific discoveries. Zoologists don't just observe animals. They help protect entire ecosystems. If you love science and want to make a global impact, this is one of the most powerful animal careers out there. Running a farm isn't just about feeding animals. It's about running a business. Farm managers oversee everything, from livestock care to finances, staff, and production. They make decisions that directly impact profitability. And because of that, the pay can be surprisingly high, especially on large or successful farms. This job requires experience, leadership, and the ability to solve problems fast. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. If you can manage both animals and operations, this career can be extremely rewarding financially. When your pet is sick, there's only one person you trust, the veterinarian. Vets diagnose diseases, perform surgeries, and save lives every single day. It's one of the most respected and demanding animal careers. Becoming a vet requires years of study, training, and dedication. But once you're there, you gain access to a stable, high-paying profession. And more importantly, you make a real difference. This isn't just a job. It's a lifelong commitment to helping animals live healthier, longer lives. Veterinary dentistry. These specialists focus entirely on animal oral health, something that's more important than you might think. From dental surgeries to treating infections and jaw issues, their work is highly specialized. And because very few vets choose this path, the demand and the pay is extremely high. But getting here isn't easy. You have to become a veterinarian first, then complete advanced specialization, years of training. But the reward? One of the highest paying careers in the entire animal industry. It's proof that sometimes, the more niche your skill, the more valuable you become. So here's the truth. Working with animals isn't just one path. It can mean earning just enough to get by, or building a career that pays more than most people ever expect. But the difference is not just passion, it's strategy. The people who succeed in this space don't just love animals. They choose the right path, build the right skills, and commit long enough to stand out. So now the question is, which one are you choosing? The easy path, the meaningful path, or the one that can completely change your future? Let me know in the comments. And if you're serious about turning your love for animals into something bigger, make sure you subscribe, because this is just the beginning.